Good afternoon, everyone. I pray that you are having a blessed day. I am really excited about the scripture, today's scripture, because so many times as I'm reading through the Word, every now and then I come across a scripture, a passage of scripture that just stops me in my tracks. I find it to be explosive, and this particular scripture is definitely no exception. And we find it in the 22nd chapter of the Gospel of Luke, verse 31, and it's a very interesting interlude between Jesus Christ and Simon Peter, where Jesus says, Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift you as wheat, but I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith would fail you not. And when you have turned back, you'll strengthen your brothers. Now, just think about this for a moment, because if Jesus said to me or to you, Amory, Satan has asked to sift you as wheat, but I've prayed for you that your faith will not fail. You know what? I'd be thinking, you know what, Jesus? I really don't want to be sifted. I'm really, if you could just stop Satan from all that sifting stuff. I've been sifted a lot already, and what arrested me so much in this passage is that Jesus really makes no offer to help, only that Simon's faith would not fail him, and that when this was over, he would turn back around and strengthen his brothers. And so this is a testament about our faith, and to continue to believe when all means fail is exceedingly pleasing to God. And blessed are those who believe when there is no evidence of any answer to prayer, who continues to trust beyond hope when all means have failed. And there is someone right now who is actually in that place of hopelessness, the end of all the natural means. And that is when the enemy comes in like a flood to attack your mind with fear and anger and overwhelming questions that have inundated every one of us. Where is your God now? You prayed until you had no tears left. You fasted. You stood on the promises. You trusted. And you'll hear those voices saying, your prayer failed, your faith failed. Don't trust him anymore. It doesn't pay. And there are times where our faith is so shattered with some of the things that we walk through that there can be times where we even question God's existence, and that will be injected into our mind. And to those of you going through the valley of the shadow of death right now, I want you to hear this word. Weeping will last through some dark, awful nights. And in that darkness, you will hear the Father whisper to you, I am with you. I cannot tell you why right now, but one day it will all make sense. You will see it was all part of my plan. It was no accident. It was no failure on your part. So hold fast and let me embrace you in the hour of your pain. And beloved, God has never failed to act, but in goodness and love. When all means fail, his love prevails. So hold fast to your faith today. Stand fast in his word, because there is no other hope in this world. And the fact remains that Jesus at any point could stop all the chaos in our lives right now, but there is a reason why he will not. And that's because he loves you. He loves me. He loves us enough to allow us to be refined. And that only comes in one place. We're only refined when the trials come. We're refined in the fire, the word tells us. It isn't if we fail, it's when. It just isn't one time, but thousands of times we fail. And there are many of us who have a distorted notion that we need to be perfect to enter the kingdom of heaven. But the word clearly tells us that all of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. But again, we have to remember what the word says. The most important statement that Jesus says to Simon Peter is that your faith will not fail. That's what I'm praying for you. And I love it in the Message version. It says this in the Message version. Simon, stay on your toes. Satan has tried his best to separate all of you from me, like chaff from wheat. Simon, I've prayed for you in particular that you not give in or give out. When you've come through the time of testing, turn to your friends and give them a fresh start. And today, Jesus continues to sit at the right hand of the Father, ever interceding on your behalf and my behalf. He will see you through this. He promises, don't give up, don't give in, keep running the race. It may look desperate today, but that doesn't mean that God will not reveal to you something miraculous out of the pain and out of the defeat you feel. Believe on Jesus, who desires that you find strength in the storms of life so that your faith will be refined. He's praying for you today. I'm praying for you today. I love you. God bless you. I'll see you soon.